Okay, let's see if we can make this one turn up a treat. Okay, you're going to wonder how big we're going to make this. Going at 200. Don't know how it's going to look. Okay, let's see what we have. We have here, I'll just show it to you folks. It is a coffee cup with a lovely reef design on it, like a drawing or a painting. But basically, yeah, it's really sad that the Great Barrier Reef is going under. We don't have much left of it or much time to save it. What can I say, folks? And this is paper cup. They're starting to open up the coffee shops dining area as of last Friday that just went. It's Sunday today, and I think they served it in a proper mug when I was sitting down, but mostly this was done when this was from yesterday, and this is shit. But basically, they use these cups. I think a lot of restaurants use these cups, even though they're dining out, have dine-out people dining out. We're going to just put it up here. But basically, yeah, it's not good that we're using more of this throwaway shit. I'm trying to make use of it. I don't know how that's going to look. But yeah, it's a shame that with this coronavirus, there's heaps of throwaway stuff now. It's like really difficult to, well, that looks interesting. It's really difficult trying to avoid throwing things away, because it's just that with the coronavirus, you know, it could be anywhere and on anything. And of course, a lot of the medical equipment that is used to deal with corona cases is also throwaway, like masks and stuff like that, and even machinery is, some of it's throwaway as well. So yeah, it's really, we're just preserving ourselves, but we're not preserving the planet by trying to preserve ourselves. You can't win either way. Well, that looks interesting. Still doesn't look quite what I want it to look. But basically, yeah, we do live in a throwaway world, and everything's becoming fucking disposable. And it's very hard to avoid it, you know, because everyone's doing it, and it's just not easy to sort of avoid. So I'm just going to roll that again. It's not easy, folks, doing this. Okay, out it comes. Yeah, that looks interesting, even though we got that ugly label there. I'm actually thinking, I wonder if we could use this one. If we could just cut it off there, stretch it across, or maybe make it into a movement piece in itself. So we're just going to turn it to 100%. But basically, everything's becoming a disposable commodity. It's not easy trying to avoid it when everyone else is doing it, when the world is chucking things away. I wish we could have a more cleaner and greener planet, that these rich people that control our spending and all that can just get off their fucking high horse and just let the people who are wanting to help the planet able to help the planet instead of fucking around with it like they do. I'm just over this throwaway world we live in. It's just not what I want to see. And the Great Barrier Reef is under threat. So this is just a representation of something that's meant to be beautiful, and it's being turned into a disposable fucking commodity. I know it's creative art and all that, but it's not creative in that it helps our planet. I mean, these cups are probably, I think they're biodegradable, but I don't think the lid is biodegradable. I normally avoid plastic lids, but because it's a takeaway form, it's easier. It'll end up spilling on me. That's the practicalities of it. Now I'm wondering if we can use this one. But basically, yeah, it's really hard to avoid this disposable shit. I'm trying to make something out of it, something useful, something nice, something interesting, even though trying to find a positive to the negative, folks, like I always try to do in my day-to-day living, trying to see a positive in the negative side of things, see that everything's got a rhyme and a reason, even if it and a season if it rhymes a bit. So yeah, I just want to make something good out of something bad. I don't want everything to be, I don't want the ending to this chapter to be a bad ending, or the ending of this world. I want this world to be, I don't know what to say, folks. I know one day I'll be building photocopiers one day of my own design, which will incorporate environmental safeguards in place. It's not going to be a disposable device. It's going to be a photocopier that lasts 60 years instead of 5 years. It's going to be made easy to recycle at the end of its 60-year life cycle, and it's going to be good for the planet. We're going to basically make it as environmentally friendly as we can. Basically, it's going to be made with less plastics. It's going to be made to last, as I said, 60 years. It's going to be good for the planet. The money that is most of the money that goes into my pay packet as CEO of the future of photocopiers will go towards cleaning the planet, finding solutions to problems in the world, scientific solutions, helping humanity, just helping make the planet a good place for everyone, not just the rich, not just the elite. It's got to be there for everyone, folks. Everyone's got to have a place in this world. We don't want a world that's just for the elite, that's just for the rich or the famous or whoever else is considered a so-called success and a financial success. We can't have just that world of have and have-nots. Everyone's got to be a have, and that's what I look forward to one day, is using my power and money to do things for the good of mankind instead of fucking around with it, instead of fucking our planet or fucking human race. We got to do what we know is right, because the planet won't last long enough if we don't do something about it ASAP. But I know at the moment I don't have the power at the moment. I do have disabilities that prevent me from becoming a CEO, but I'm not going to let it stop me, or a scientist. I'm not going to let it stop me because they'll have the technology to fix the brain damage I acquired at birth. And basically they'll have technology like quantum computers that can run at normal temperatures instead of the deep freeze. So there's going to be some technical issues to be solved to build these equipments that are going to help prevent me from failing, so I can work fully instead of having disability, which prevents me from even holding down any other job in this world. I can't hold down any job except working in supported employment. I can't work, in other words, in the old days they called them sheltered workshops. But I have parts of the brain that are very high functioning, and basically I don't sound disabled, but I am. My short-term memory and my hippocampus are two of the most, I suspect, are the most damaged parts of my brain, and they're concerned with learning, and learning is a difficult thing for me to do. I can't just go to uni and study science or engineering. I can't study business or anything. I can't do that shit, and it distresses me a little bit. Not so much now, but it used to really bother me, but I didn't know what was wrong back then. But basically, I'm not going to let my disabilities get in the way of my future. I'm going to be optimistic, folks. I'm going to look at the future with optimism, and that they'll have the technology. And when that technology comes and it's been proven, it's been well designed, well, that'll be when I'll be lining up to have my brain operated on. But at least I have the ideas and the creativity now, because it hasn't affected, the brain damage has not severely affected, if any, if at all, my creative stuff, my creative thinking. So yeah, I'm just dreaming big, folks, and I have to, because the future relies on big dreamers who can make their dreams finally become reality for the betterment of the environment and mankind. Because the environment is essential for mankind to live. The environment can live without us, but we can't live without it. So we've got to look after it, folks. So hopefully one day the Great Barrier Reef will be restored. But I don't think I'll be around to see that. But hopefully one day science will prevail. Gotta go.